Good morning all, and thank you for being with us today. The title of our event, which celebrates 15 years of language teacher education at UL, the title is Looking Back, Looking Forward, and Successful Stories that our graduates are going to share with us. So, bonne chance à tous et à tout à l'heure.
My first year was full of challenges, the most notable being getting disinterested and, at times, troublesome students to engage.
Obviously, it wasn't all difficult. There was a lot of success in this as well. So with my first years, just to keep them engaged as much as possible, I asked them what they wanted to learn themselves. And you can see there I used Menti, which is something that we used quite a lot in UL.
In my experience as both a language teacher and as a language learner, it is my belief that every school in Ireland has a certain culture of language learning, be it positive or negative.
Thank you very much. These talks which presented great examples of initiatives to engage pupils and create positive learning experiences.
Good morning, everybody. Very happy to be here this morning, and I'm just going to introduce the second session, which is about project work.
So when I first heard about CLIL while working in the ECML, to be honest, I wasn't so sure about the idea. But after seeing CLIL in action in the PPLI conference last September, my mind was swayed.
So I think we all know the reasons why project work is worth doing, including student buy-in, the interactive element, the can-do attitude it cultivates, collegiality at home and abroad, and how it is appropriate for all levels.
So what we did is that myself and my children, we did online classes. We did French on Friday via YouTube. We also did a virtual school tour to Paris, which received great feedback.
I hope you all have your coffee and your tea ready as we go to session 3, which is all about optimizing online learning.
So I suppose the bigger picture, it's always good to get a different perspective from one's own, and who better to ask than the students.
Formative versus summative. So there's a nice analogy here that summative assessment is when the guest tastes the soup, but formative is when the chef tastes the soup.
Another thing that I kind of got very familiar with during remote teaching was the use of Quizlet. Certain students love it in particular because of the flashcard element and things like that.
So I'm delighted to be introducing the presentations relating to the fourth theme today, which is supporting effective learning.
Even when they say there's nothing left, so don't give it up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me.
She knows she's Irish, but she doesn't really feel it. And the reason she doesn't feel it is because all she hears is English. Everywhere she goes, English, English, English. She's a bit confused by this.
In the research, motivation is considered the most important thing when it comes to the learning of languages, as well as many other learning outcomes in all other subjects.
So I'm delighted to introduce our 3 panellists for this discussion of the importance of links between universities such as UL and schools.
I'm delighted to chair this final part of our panel session, and the title of the session is Ways to Support Cooperating Teachers, Newly Qualified Teachers and Student Teachers.